struggling video is specifically to help those of you out who are struggling with the reduced volume in one of your Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus earbuds. It may work for other models, but this video is specifically for the Galaxy Buds Plus. I'm going to outline the process very quickly for those of you who don't want to stick around for the entire video, and then if you still don't get it, you can stick around and I can explain in detail what's going on. What you're going to do is take your earbuds out of your ear, set them down. You're going to take the tip off, okay? When you take the tip off, you're going to see a metal grating. You're going to remove that metal grating. If this is the first time that you're removing the metal grating, there will be glue surrounding that metal grating. It may be a little difficult, but if you just use a needle or a pick tool, eventually, with a little prying, you'll get it off. If this is not your first time and the glue has already been removed because it's a one-time only situation, then it'll come off way more easily. Now, if you flip that grill over, you're probably going to see earwax. Clean that earwax off. It seems as though there are sensors inside of the earbuds that are proximity-based or whatever, and the earwax blocks the signal or whatever. It basically tells the earbud to play the music at a reduced volume. Now, some of you may be in a situation like mine where you took that metal grating off, you flipped it over, you're going to see that black filter, and you're looking at it and there is no earwax. So you're thinking, okay, well, there's nothing to clean. Wrong. Your issue is there is earwax, you just cannot see it because it is in between the metal grating and that black piece, which is a filter. Now, the good news is that, 1, we found your solution. 2, the filter is doing its job. It's there to block the earwax from getting all the way into the earbud. What you need to do then is use, again, your pointy tool, hold the grill down, remove that filter, and then boom, voila. Use your Q-tip and your isopropyl alcohol to clean the back side of the grill. That was my issue. I just didn't know. And again, for those of you who want to see this in detail, skip later into the video and I will show that to you. But for those of you who are auditory learners, go ahead, get started. And without further ado, we'll jump into the video. Oh, I apologize in advance. I do not have a stand to hold my camera, so please bear with me. Now, what you will need is, I use 70% isopropyl alcohol. I use just a little needle. If you have just one of these little sewing kits, you can pick them up at Walmart for like $1, $2. And then also Q-tip. So Q-tip, something very small and pointy, and some isopropyl alcohol. And the last thing is a little bit of patience and delicate fingers. You can't fat finger this. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to have to do is take off this little ear tip piece. Let me set the camera down. Again, I'm sorry that this is not the best view. So I've got my, in this case, my left earbud. I'm just going to very gently remove this little earpiece. Now, what we're looking at now is this little metal piece, and behind it is a filter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my needle, my sharp pointy tool. You could even use something like, if you come from the automotive world, you could use a little pick tool. Not necessary. Most people have a needle somewhere around the house. And I'm going to very gently pry and pull this off. Now, in your case, if this is the first time that you're pulling this little metal grate off, this little grill off, it's going to be sticking to the earbud itself. And the reason for that is Samsung puts glue around it. But in my case, you can see that I'm flipping it up quite easily. If I even just tilt it, it'll fall out. That's because I've already removed the glue myself. Now, don't worry about removing the glue, because when you're actually using the earbuds, this little ear tip is going to hold it in place anyway. Now, what we're looking at when you remove that metal grate is it looks like it's one piece. But if you look closely, it's black. And the reason it's black is on the back side, this is a filter. This prevents all the earwax in your ears from slipping through the grate and getting into the actual earbud itself. Now, while we have this grate off, let's just go ahead and take our Q-tip and clean down the earbud. Unless you guys are built different than me, there's probably going to be some earwax. So I just use the dry side of my Q-tip. I clean it down. I've already done this off camera. Go ahead and clean your earbuds up until all visible earwax is gone. Then what we're going to do is, with my pick tool or needle, I'm just going to tilt the earbud and very gently just scrape around the insides, just in case that if any earwax got inside, we can gently remove it. And then Make sure not to spit. I'm going to blow out. I went into the garage and I used an air compressor. I just blew with an air compressor so I could get a more aggressive airflow, but that's entirely not necessary. Core of our problem actually lies not in the earbud, not in the firmware, not in the software, not in your phone. It's in this little guy right here. So let's go back to our grill. And again, this little black piece you would think is part of the grill. It's not. This is the filter. So I've already done this, but very patiently, I'll take my sharp little pointy tool and I'm going to pry that filter up. Where I was confused is the fact that a lot of people say that it's the there's earwax that's preventing software from recognizing that it needs to be playing the sound at full volume. And I was like, okay, but I don't have any earwax in this. I don't have any earwax on that black filter. Wrong. The earwax is on the back side of that filter. So in between this black filter and the grill, the inside side of the grill, there's going to be earwax. So with your pointy tool, take this, hold it, and remove that black filter. I wish I had a better angle for you guys to see. But I'm just going to hold it between my nails or whatever. I'm going to take this pointy tool. Sorry, my video turned off there. But I'm going to take my pointy tool and I'm just going to gently, from around the edges, I'm going to pry that filter off. So once you've done that, you're just going to have this little metal grill. And I bet you that when you get that filter off, you're going to see that there's earwax inside. Earwax that has made it through the grill, but has been blocked by the filter. Phenomenal that the filter has stopped it. But the problem is that whatever sensors are inside the earbud, the earwax is throwing off the code and it's turning down the volume. I guess it's a proximity-based sensor. I'm not sure exactly why it is, but that earwax is turning down your volume. So now we're going to take our Q-tip, we're going to dip it in alcohol. Be very careful not to drop this. As you can see, I've been fumbling around with the picking up process of it all video long, but then we're going to clean out that earwax. Then when we're done, we're going to take the filter. I know you guys probably can't see it, but mine is right here. We're going to grab it, and I'm going to pause the video and do this so I don't waste your guys' time. But we're going to put that filter back in, and as soon as we've put the filter right back in this metal grating, we're going to put the grating right back on our earbud, right here, and then we're going to hold all of those things down with our earbud tip. And I bet you that for 99% of the people out there, you're going to find that as soon as you play music, it is right back to its regular volume. So, just to summarize, you're going to need a Q-tip, alcohol, and a picking tool. It can be a needle, it can be an automotive pick. We're going to take the filter off. We're going to clean our earbud down. We're going to remove the grill. And after we've removed the grill, we're going to remove the filter. Even if there is no earwax on the back side of your filter, there is earwax in your filter. It's just on the other side. So many of you have probably removed this. You've removed the grill and you've looked in dismay and been like, oh my gosh, well, I cleaned it and there was nothing there and my volume is still playing. It's because the earwax is hidden between the grill and the filter. So remove the filter, clean the back side of the grill, replace your filter, put that back on the earbud, and then put your ear tip back in, and I guarantee you that your issue will be solved. Hope this helps. I've been struggling with this all day. It's been pissing me off, and I finally figured out what my issue was. So hopefully this video is helpful for some of you guys out there. Peace, love, and blessings.